You could have the perfect tattooing technique and methods and your work be amazing, but if you ain't got any customers, then you can't tattoo, can you? I've been a tattoo artist for over a decade now, but more importantly, I've taught over 100,000 people how to tattoo, whether that be online, following my course, or in person as one of my apprentices. And I've helped tons of those people get the very first customer. I'm gonna make this super simple for all of you and break it down into a 3-stage plan that you can just instantly put into action. Assuming that you can already tattoo, or you might just be learning, let's get straight on to number 1. So first thing that I recommend to all my students and anybody following my online course, and exactly what I told my apprentices in person, you've got to make people aware that you are learning. Or if you're already tattooing, make people aware that you're doing this skill. The simplest, easiest form to do that is by posting on your socials. So if you're already an artist, make sure you're posting your work and showing people what you can do. If you're learning, as long as you're learning correctly, which for anybody following my course, you will be, you're not a scratcher, you're keeping everything safe and doing things in the correct order, you should be posting your work. So you've just done a lesson, so I'll pick a few out of the online course. Let's say you've just done the straight line drill. You need to be posting that onto your social saying, just done this, can't believe how much I'm improving, I'm so excited, I should be tattooing people in X amount of months. Start building that anticipation from people watching you thinking, I'm really enjoying following this person's journey. I've seen the stages that they've gone through. Don't be shy or embarrassed or wanting to hide the fact, look, I'm learning. The more you vocalize it and let everybody know, naturally, as soon as people see a design that you've done on artificial skin, it's not even on a person because you're learning, they're going to see that and think, oh, I want this, I want that, and it sparks curiosity that they instantly, and this has happened for every single one of my students, as soon as they start posting the mats of the practice work, their friends and family all start messaging, as soon as you're ready, I want this, would you be able to do this now? And it's actually hard work sometimes saying no and turning the work away, saying wait until I'm actually ready and then I can book them in. So using this approach, by the time you are ready to actually tattoo, theoretically you should have a massive list of people, friends, family, friends of friends that have all been watching your journey, waiting for you to say, right, I'm tattooing now. So just before we get into number 2, I'll tell you what I did, because I didn't have this advice. Nobody told me this. So I'd done a handful of tattoos. Because I'd not been working in a shop or had a traditional apprenticeship, I didn't broadcast that fact. And I don't recommend you broadcasting the fact that you're tattooing from home if you've not been doing it correctly. But if you've been following the course, you should broadcast that fact. I opened my first shop. I literally just thought, right, I want to do this full time as a career. I had my own business at the time. I stopped doing that, got a shop, opened it up, and then said, hello everyone, I'm open. But they'd not seen any of my work. I'd not been posting anything because I'd not been practicing. I literally just thought, I'm opening a shop, and did it. I started from nothing. Anybody that's familiar with my story, those first few years were very, very difficult. I'm trying to give you this advice so it's not difficult for you. I wouldn't want anybody, either on this YouTube channel, following my course, to go through those struggles. That embarrassing moment when I've told this story quite a few times, getting to the counter just for some essentials for my wife at the time and my kids, and not having enough money in my pocket, and then using my card and that bouncing as well, and me having to walk out, queue of people behind me. I felt a complete dickhead. I promised myself that day, Ben, you're never going to be in this position again. And touch wood, I never have. Don't make that mistake. Start broadcasting that you're learning how to tattoo. Start making people want to come to you before you're even ever ready to tattoo them. Moving on to tip number 2. Now, if you're a solo artist wanting to open your own studio or go rent a chair in somebody else's once you reach that stage, the biggest tip, and I struggled with this for years, is learn to take a good photo. And it's so important. I can't stress this enough. I reached the stage where I'd take pictures of the tattoos and it represented the tattoo in real life. What I mean by that is something in person, you could look at that tattoo and think, wow, that looks really, really good. And then you take a picture, post it on your socials, and the picture just does not do the actual tattoo any justice whatsoever. But that's your marketing. The other point, and it's a difficult thing to actually combat, is the customers going home and then taking photos themselves and posting it and tagging you in it, because it's got the exact same problem. They go home, and all respect to every single customer, but they might have a shithole in background. The picture's just of a low quality, lighting's not very good. The tattoo that in person looks absolutely amazing, and then they're taking these rubbish photos and posting it and tagging you in it. Nobody wants to come to you then. So what I used to do, and this is a vital lesson, is say to the customer, look, I'm gonna take some pictures, I'm gonna tag you in it. Can you please use that photo when you're putting your post on? Because it represents the tattoo in the best possible way. And I used to explain to them the problem that it caused. A lot of people go home and then take photos and the picture doesn't do it justice. Obviously, I want everybody to be really hyped and give positive reviews of your tattoo. I don't want anybody thinking it's shit because you've took a rubbish picture. I've never had anybody say, no, I'm taking my own, all right? So it does your business good, it does their credibility really good as well. There's no negatives of doing it, but learn how to take a good photo that represents what it looks like in real life. If you follow just these 2 tips alone, it's gonna make a massive difference to your career, whether you're just practicing or you've been doing it for some time. But number 3 is gonna really skyrocket things. So point number 3, and it's a hard one for a lot of people to grasp because trust me, I've been in your shoes. Everybody wants to rush. So tip 3 is keep things super basic, at least for the first few years. And let me explain why. I'm not wanting to stump anybody's growth. In fact, it's the complete opposite. It's so easy. I did it because you want to show everybody your skills. You want to do the complicated stuff. You want to really push yourself. But you're pushing yourself on a human being, creating something that's there for life. So if something is not 100%, if it's 80% as good as what it could be, you're letting that customer down and you're letting yourself down. So this, and it took me at least 3 years to learn this, and it transformed my business. I went right back to the basics. And you're looking at the designs, and anything too complicated, just say, no, I can book you in for in 6 months or a year's time, and start booking them for later down the line. But it's so important to keep things basic for a simple reason, and you can check this, you can please jump on any social media, Facebook, Instagram, look at some of the most biggest well-known artists around the world. Not all of those artists do complicated designs. Some of them are actually really basic. So the point that I'm trying to make is it's not necessarily always about the complexity of the piece. It's about how good that piece has been done. Even if you're doing a stick man, if those lines are perfect, you've done a fucking really good stick man, haven't you? All right, so even the simple couples tattoos, like the small simple designs, you could become really well known for that. Because it's theoretically easy compared to what you could do, then you can guarantee that you're going to do an amazing job. Do a few months of those designs, and then everybody that leaves your shop has got an amazing 100% tattoo. As soon as you start trying to rush and complicate things, and you're dropping that standard to 90% or 80%, it will affect your business long term. Just think to yourself, right, I want to do all the fancy stuff, and I know that I'm capable of doing it, but please just give myself 6 months to a year. I'm just gonna hold off a little bit to build my reputation and experience on people, and then start increasing the complexity, but do it in stages. Don't just jump from super simple to really complicated. Think, right, I'm going to go up just one level now. Do that for a couple of months. I'm going to go up again. Eventually, a year later, you're doing all the complex stuff, but you've got the experience and the gradual increase in complexity to back it all up. And a really good tip to keep it nice and simple is even after over a decade, I still go back to those basics that I teach on my course, the fundamentals, doing straight lines, curved lines, simple designs with just a little bit of line work, very small amount of shading or dot work. I've got a fundamentals of tattooing course. It's 39 lessons long, I think. It covers all the fundamentals from never holding a machine to being able to do some really cool designs. If you want to check it out, there's a link somewhere. I think it'll be in the description. Go check that out. It's grown to the biggest online tattoo school in the world, so I don't need to try and sell it to you. There's a reason so many people have jumped on this course. And I suppose biggest reason is it works out at less than $1 a lesson. Fucking cheap as chips. So hopefully, if you're wanting to learn any more and do things in the right order, then I'll see you in course. Cheers.